Have you ever found yourself lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering why sleep doesn't come as easily as it used to? Maybe you wake up at 3 a.m. and can't fall back asleep, or you toss and turn for hours before you finally drift off. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. As we get older, our sleep patterns naturally change. But that doesn't mean we have to settle for restless nights and groggy mornings. A good night's sleep is one of the most powerful things we can give ourselves, especially after 60. It's not just about feeling rested. Quality sleep supports your memory, mood, immune system, and even your heart. Yet, for many seniors, sleep becomes more fragile with age. The good news? You have more control over your sleep than you might think. And sometimes, the biggest improvements come from the smallest changes, starting with what you do in the hour before bed. So let's talk about bedtime routines. Not the kind you had as a child, with teddy bears and bedtime stories, but a gentle, grown-up version that signals to your body and mind it's time to rest, to let go, to recharge. These routines don't have to be complicated. In fact, the simpler they are, the better. Just a few mindful steps can help your body ease into sleep naturally. No pills, no frustration, no staring at the clock. One of the most important parts of any bedtime routine is consistency. Your body craves rhythm. Going to bed and waking up at the same time each day, yes, even on weekends, helps set your internal clock. It's like teaching your body when to feel sleepy and when to feel alert. If you're used to staying up late watching TV one night and going to bed at 8 p.m. the next, your brain gets confused. And confusion leads to broken sleep. So the first step is to set a gentle schedule and stick to it. You don't have to be strict, but steady is key. Now, let's talk about winding down. Our days can be full of stimulation, bright lights, TV noise, phone screens, even evening phone calls that stir up emotions. All of that can keep your brain buzzing long after the sun goes down. That's why creating a wind-down period is so important. Think of it as a soft landing for your day. About 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime, start dimming the lights around your home. Turn off loud devices. Avoid checking email or scrolling through your phone, yes, even if it's just for a minute. That little screen can trick your brain into thinking it's still daytime. Instead, do something calming. Read a lighthearted book, listen to gentle music, or enjoy a warm bath. Many people find that drinking a small cup of herbal tea, like chamomile or lemon balm, helps them relax. It's not just about the tea itself, it's the ritual. Holding a warm cup, taking slow sips, and sitting quietly tells your body it's time to let go of the day. And here's something else that might surprise you. How you transition from your daily pace to bedtime matters just as much as when you do it. Let your mind and body know that this time of day is sacred, a gift to yourself. It's not selfish to unwind, it's necessary. Because restful sleep isn't something we can force, but we can invite it in. Now that you've begun setting the stage for better sleep with a steady schedule and a calming routine, there are more ways we can gently guide the body into deeper rest. Another powerful yet often overlooked piece of the sleep puzzle is what we surround ourselves with at bedtime. Think about your bedroom for a moment. Is it truly a place of rest, or has it become a second living room with a TV, bright lights, and clutter everywhere? The environment you sleep in sends strong signals to your brain. If your bedroom feels cozy, quiet, and peaceful, your body naturally starts to relax the moment you step inside. Try to make your bedroom a sleep sanctuary. That doesn't mean you need fancy decorations or expensive gadgets. It can be as simple as keeping the space clean, dimming the lights, and making sure your bed feels comfortable. If your mattress is too firm, too soft, or older than a decade, it might be time for a change. The same goes for pillows. Supportive ones can do wonders for your neck and back. And when it comes to blankets, choose something that keeps you warm without making you feel trapped or overheated. Another small but meaningful change is keeping your bedroom cool. As we age, our ability to regulate body temperature can change, and many people find they sleep better in a slightly cooler room. somewhere around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit tends to work well for most. Pair that with a soft blanket, and your body gets just the right message: it's time to rest. Let's also talk about light. Our brains are deeply connected to natural light cycles, and exposure to bright lights, especially blue light from screens, can interfere with the production of melatonin, the hormone that helps us sleep. In the evening, keep lighting soft and warm. If you need to use a screen, try using the night mode setting, or even better, step away from screens entirely an hour before bed. A little quiet time away from all the buzzing and blinking can help your thoughts slow down and your body feel ready for sleep. And for those who like a little background noise, you're not alone. Many people find that a gentle sound, like a soft fan, a white noise machine, or calming nature sounds, can drown out distractions and create a sense of comfort. It's like wrapping your mind in a warm blanket. Just make sure it's not too loud or stimulating. The goal is to soothe, not to entertain. Finally, one more habit that makes a real difference: writing things down. If you often find yourself lying in bed thinking about tomorrow's to-do list or replaying the day's conversations, try keeping a small notebook by your bedside. Before turning off the light, take a few minutes to write out what's on your mind. It doesn't have to be fancy, just enough to clear the clutter from your thoughts. Once it's on paper, your mind doesn't have to hold onto it anymore. You're giving yourself permission to let go, for now. All of these habits might seem small on their own, but together, they create a bedtime ritual that welcomes sleep instead of chasing it. And as you practice them night after night, your body will begin to understand: this is the time to rest, to heal, to be still. So now that we've created a peaceful environment and found ways to calm the mind and body, there's one more piece of the puzzle that can truly deepen your sleep, and it has everything to do with what's happening inside you. As the lights dim and the world grows quieter, there's a gentle shift that happens, not just around you, but within you. And it's in this quiet space that your thoughts can either lull you into peace or keep you tossing and turning. That's why nurturing a calm inner world is just as important as soft lighting or a cozy blanket. Let's start with something simple but deeply effective: breathing. Not the kind you do all day without thinking, but slow, intentional breathing that tells your nervous system you're safe. It's time to let go. Try this: breathe in slowly through your nose for 4 counts, hold it for a moment, then exhale through your mouth for 6. Do that a few times, gently, without forcing anything. You might be surprised how quickly your muscles start to relax, how your shoulders drop just a little, and how your thoughts begin to quiet. It's like a message to your entire body: the day is over, and now you can rest. Some people also find comfort in practicing a bit of gratitude before bed. It might sound small, but ending the day with a few positive thoughts can actually shift your whole mindset. You don't need to write a novel, just think of 2 or 3 things that made you smile, gave you comfort, or reminded you that you're still growing, still alive, still you. Maybe it was a phone call from a friend, the taste of your morning coffee, or the way the sunlight hit the garden that afternoon. These little reflections act like a soft blanket for the soul. They gently pull your focus away from worries and toward peace. For others, prayer or quiet reflection works in a similar way. Whether you speak to a higher power or simply sit with your thoughts, this stillness creates space to breathe, to unwind, to come home to yourself. If it's part of your tradition or something that brings you comfort, make it a steady part of your bedtime rhythm. It's not just a spiritual act, it's a deeply human one. And if you're someone whose thoughts race the moment your head hits the pillow, you're not alone. That's when our minds seem to bring up every little worry we've tucked away during the day. But here's a gentle truth: most of those worries don't need to be solved at midnight. They can wait. Try telling yourself, "I've done enough for today. I can rest now." It may feel strange at first, but with practice, it becomes a kind reminder, a cue to your mind that the day's work is over. All of this, the breathing, the gratitude, the quiet reflection, it's not about perfection. Some nights will feel easier than others. That's okay. What matters most is that you're showing up for yourself in those quiet minutes before sleep. You're choosing rest, not just as a break from the day, but as something you truly deserve. Sleep isn't a luxury. It's a basic need, and more than that, it's a gift, one that supports your memory, your mood, even your ability to enjoy the little moments in life. And by gently adjusting what happens before your head hits the pillow, you're giving your body and mind a far better chance to drift into deeper, more healing rest. So as the day comes to a close and you settle into the stillness of the night, remember this: every small step you take to care for yourself adds up. You are worth the effort. You are worth the calm. You are worth a good night's sleep. And as your eyes begin to grow heavy and the world fades into softness, there's just one final thought that can help tie it all together, and that's the way your daytime habits can shape your nighttime rest in powerful ways.